Any brain research is important, whether it's in Yorkshire or wherever it is, but anything that's going to help people with a number of neurological conditions either come to a cure in their lifetime or a cure for the future has got to be good news.
I'm very excited by the prospect of further research because I don't think it's an exact science in some ways, and I don't think we know as much about epilepsy and my condition as we would like.
I would say to potential donors that this is very important. Be as generous as you can. We need the money.
We aim to raise £2 million before 2015 to establish the Yorkshire Brain Research Centre, which we believe will build on excellence in science and also bring benefits to patients. Brain disease is a huge burden now for patients in the UK and in Yorkshire. As many as 1 in 6 of us will at some stage experience some significant brain diseases. And of course, with an ageing population, that will increase.
It will be used to pay for research that is at the interface between patient benefit and the laboratory science, and to encourage researchers and clinicians to work together very closely to improve outcomes and to understand these conditions better.
We're building a virtual centre, so the idea here is that we will sustain the excellence in the laboratories, and that will be in several locations. So there would be links to colleagues who do excellent research in this area across Yorkshire. So it isn't in any sense just a parochial activity that is only to be done in Leeds. However, very strong laboratories exist here in Leeds, and a very substantial clinical practice with a lot of excellent staff exist here.
My son was diagnosed with cancer in 2001 at the age of 8. If that had happened in the 1970s, I think the outcome may well have been very different, but I'm happy to say that he's now completing his final year at university and he's free of the condition. What we want to do is the same for brain diseases has been done for cancer so successfully in the last 30 years.
Dementia is a huge challenge, growing as the population ages. We have excellent research in that area. That's an area we can make a bigger contribution in the clinic. Neurological diseases are often genetically determined, and that's an area where Leeds has made major contributions, and we can do more in the clinic in both brain and eye diseases. Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, epilepsy are equally important.
I can go to bed at night and feel like I've been to Timbuktu and back by the next morning, whereas everyone else has just had a good night's sleep. And I look the same, I appear the same, but I've had a very bizarre evening.
I have what they call foot drop syndrome. I don't bend my knee very well, so I kept tripping over my toes. Other symptoms are common to MS sufferers, like bladder control and fatigue. Fatigue is a big problem.
Epilepsy is the unseen disorder that no one talks about. Epilepsy means a falling disease, but there are other forms where you don't fall. You run around like crazy. My first wife couldn't cope with it in the end, and she was a trained nurse.
When you deal with a complex neurological condition like MS, you can get a room full of people who live with the condition, but no two people will have the same symptoms. So I think it is important to undertake that research to understand the complexities behind the condition.
I cannot promise any magic bullet. It's not that simple. But I can say that what we do now is very likely to benefit the next generation and the generation after that, and maybe even in terms of dementia it will be a benefit to us, because of course we're all aging. I think this is something that is a very pressing problem. It's something that I think we could make a difference to over the next 10 or 15 years.
If a new treatment came along in my life, it would make an immense difference. I'd be able to do things that I once be able to do with ease but now struggle to do. Enjoy a round of golf, do simple DIY tasks around the house. It would make an immense difference.
I would like to think that one day I could come off the 3 drugs and go on one, which would restore my creativity, because I've had a novel published, I write poetry, but that is limited at the moment.
I think it could offer a beacon of hope. I think it could attract the very best into the region. I think it could make a huge difference both to local patients and in terms of impact around the world for these common conditions.
I'm a very strong supporter of this appeal. It gives us an opportunity to take some of the first steps along what will be quite a long road towards improving the outcome for patients in Yorkshire with brain diseases, and this will be a major challenge in the coming years, and if we start now we will be better positioned to improve those outcomes and benefit our patients.
If you would like to make a financial donation or to find out more about the Yorkshire Brain Research Centre, go to www.ybrc.org.uk.